Girl steals parking spot man was waiting for, gets taught an expensive lesson. What should have been a simple outing quickly morphed into a massive display of rudeness. All he could do was stand there, utterly shocked at the indecent human behavior. But when it finally was his turn at the counter, he knew exactly how to teach them a lesson. Friday evening donuts was a long-standing ritual for Hunter and Lara. But now that Lara was pregnant, things had gone full tilt. The need for sprinkles and cream filling was paramount. This particular night, Hunter watched her hunger pangs go off the charts. There was just one problem. And it would soon spiral into something unimaginable. It was supposed to be Madeline's Bakery on 5th. They were famous for their Boston creams. Hunter could see the saliva accumulate around Lara's lips, like a bloodhound inches from a juicy sausage. But as they pulled up to the small mom-and-pop shop, they couldn't believe their eyes. It should have been open for at least another hour, but the taped note saying they were closed early, because of an emergency, punched them in the gut. Lara's hormones were already making her tear up. Hunter pulled out his phone and looked for alternatives. New drama was only minutes away. With determination, Hunter traversed the dark streets until they came to the only other bakery near them that would still be open. But when they pulled into the parking lot, he felt his stomach twist. It was packed, with one last spot begging to be taken. A loud honk came from behind them. Hunter let out a happy sigh of relief as he pulled forward and prepared to reverse. Suddenly, a pink Mini Cooper swerved in and stole the open space. It started as shock, but when he opened his window and explained he had already claimed it, a young woman poked her head out and said something unbelievable. It started with "Too bad. I don't see your name on it." But shock changed to anger when 3 more girls got out and added their own insults. Hunter could feel the anger bubble, but Lara looked like a volcano about to erupt. His wife stormed out of the car, and he immediately jumped out after her. Lara snatched the keys out of his hands and told him to go in and grab their food while she drove to find another spot. The brief reprieve quickly turned to fury as he got in line, and the group of girls stood right behind him, snickering and muttering more insults. Why were they being like this? A beep from his phone showed a message from Lara. She has found a spot and was waiting. Hunter's turn came, and he inspected the last of the already slim pickings. In the middle of the continued whispers and rude giggles, he suddenly got a wonderfully wicked idea. It was time to get some sweet revenge. Hunter savored the satisfying rush as he pulled out his card and made his order. As the waitress filled his box, the jeering stopped. If steam could come out of human ears, the young woman behind him would have been a whistling tea kettle. Her face had turned bright red, and her hands into tight fists. "What do you think you're doing? Some of us also wanted donuts." Hunter picked up the box containing the very last 18 sweet circles left in the shop. There would be no more until morning. He turned, flashed them a wide, satisfied grin and delivered the perfect response. "Too bad. I don't see your name on them." Hunter brushed past the frazzled females and out the door, where he saw something that made him bellow with laughter. Lara had indeed found a parking spot right behind the Mini Cooper. But things didn't end there. His wife was already a force to be reckoned with. But someone had tried to come between her and her cravings. This meant war. A loud honk came from the small car, and the girls yelled for them to move. Lara grabbed a strawberry jelly and stuffed it into her mouth. Hunter knew what to do next. He settled into the passenger seat, selected an old-fashioned glazed, and crammed it into his smiling face. He pointed to the box and then flashed the thumbs up. "So good." The couple giggled like silly kids as the other car exploded with petulant rage, which just made them laugh all the harder. When the last bites went down and fingers were licked, they finally pulled away and let the Cooper squeal down the road. It was far more donuts than they needed, but it was totally worth it. The last hooray came when they spotted a police car pulling the girl over for her speedy departure. Best night ever.